Hello and welcome to my first ever episode of Something to Say with me, Curry Badshaw, aka Amrita. I'm so happy to be back podcasting. I hope you are also excited to have me. If you listen to any of my other podcasts, or I guess if you generally know me, you know I have a lot of stories and something to say about almost anything. I've lived many lives and learned so many lessons and expect that I will continue to because that's just life and the nature of living. Um, I just want to share my life's lemonade with you. Maybe you're a Desi millennial woman like me, or just someone who likes to hear about how I might have overcome a societal pressure. I see the message of this podcast to take the opportunity to throw the concept of lo kya kahenge out the window. So if you know, you know, right? Fans of Hassan Bari. While my Curry Badshaw moniker comes from the main character of Sex and the City, the intention behind my stories are quite similar to Carrie from the show. Lessons of love, friendship, even family, and how I feel about the things that have happened to me, how I've handled them and overcome them. I mentioned sharing my lemonade, and you'll often see lemon motifs around me because that's another thing I'm actually quite passionate about is therapy. My therapist coined me a lemonade queen because she was like, you've had so many trials and tribulations and like your frustration's understandable, but you're a lemonade queen. You take all that's happened to you and somehow make the best of it. And when life knocks me down, I still figure out a way to get back up, even if it's really hard and I'm really tired and I don't want to keep having to fight to get back up. But that's just how life is sometimes. Um, while chatting with a friend of mine about what I want this new podcast to be like, she was like, that's it. That's the thing. You're a lemonade queen and lean into that. So, yeah, we all face opinions in society and cope differently. We all have different things that we've handled and had to overcome. So I hope with this podcast, you'll learn to listen to your own opinions, your own voice in your head, and hopefully it's a positive voice and not what, what they say or no more log kya kahenge. Uh, for every other episode, so the format of this is going to be a little bit different from what I've done in the past. I'm going to actually have every other episode have a guest with something to say around a particular topic or how they figured out things that worked for them, that maybe not everyone necessarily understands, right? Whole point of this, like we all listen and we don't judge. The rest of the episodes will just be me doing this, sharing maybe a rant around a particular topic, maybe some topical pop culture bits I find fascinating or relevant. And of course, with a nod back to my moniker, there will be references to Sex and the City. It's okay if you haven't watched the show or you're not a fan or whatever. That's not a big deal because I'm gonna be telling you like in the episode of whatever it reminds me with so and so. So yeah. Um, but that's what today's episode's about, right? Why this podcast, what I hope to accomplish with it, and a bit about me. I am a 35-year-old single South Indian woman born and raised in America. There's a lot of nuance in being an American Desi woman and navigating both cultures and societal pressures or norms. Um, it's kind of a minefield sometimes. And something like this, I realize not only helps other women or other people feel less alone in the complicated feelings that come with wanting to be a good Daisy daughter, but also like their own independent self, an independent thinker, an independent doer, and making the decisions that feel right for them. I I don't think that I'm right about everything and I don't claim to know everything. I'm just here to share what works for me, and I invite all my guests to bring the same vibe. I hope those of you listening, my friends, it's weird to say, but fans and followers, if you have something that you also want to talk about that you feel strongly about, come on the pod. Come on the pod. Let's talk about it. I think we need to normalize hearing more stories and hearing more situations so that we don't feel so alone. And that's where this has all come from, is that I cannot be the only one struggling or figuring out certain things. There's got to be more of us out there. And so the more that I talk about it, the more I also feel better about myself. It cements my thought process, my feelings, my confidence in myself. So I invite everyone to contribute. I have a website up, which is the new little thing. And on the bottom of the website, there's a little form. Fill it out. Reach out to me, DM me. And I want to hear what you have to say because everyone has something to say. The real question is, whose voice are you listening to? Is it helping you? Is it your own voice? That's what we're here for. Um, with that though, I'm gonna round out the end of this episode. My next episode is gonna have a guest, and it's a really cool first guest. It is, should I tell you? I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you. Mm. All right, I'm gonna tell you. My first guest is Aparna Shewakramani from Indian matchmaking fame. So you definitely want to catch that. And yeah, so stay tuned. Give us pod a follow. Follow me on Instagram at Curry Badshah. That's curry like curry, and Badshah Badshah. And thanks for joining me on this very first episode of Something to Say. I hope you enjoy much more lemonade lessons to come.